Just linking the stream real quick. Okay, so just trying to remember. I think gonna fight Skeleton Lords next. I think. Yeah. So right now the goal is to get the Coveted Silver Serpent Ring +2 for 30% more souls instead of 20%. This janky guy is difficult to get past because he never behaves the same. Sometimes he'll immediately attack you, sometimes he'll not do anything, like in that case, and just put his shield up. And other times he will, like, sometimes he blocks you, sometimes he doesn't, so you have to, like, snake. Like, you probably saw how my character was moving. Assuming anybody's there should watch. Oh my. They gave those guys way too much tracking. It's weird, usually, like, if you hit them while they're blocking, they'll retaliate if none of them are hostile, but that one didn't. See, like that. It's being weird. Oh, I think I got a few learned skulls at least. Or not. Wow, literally none of the 4 items I dropped. It's unfortunate.
Oh, have extra.
I thought Darkstar would pop in again.
Like the
Since they were here yesterday.
I suppose.
Or really anybody would be nice. It's like the one thing with streaming, it sucks not to have like an audience. Because you're just playing the game in silence. Not really that fun. I usually have, you know, like a YouTube video or music on in the background when I play games. Unless, of course, you know, I'm like really concentrating on something, or there's dialogue. Even then, I usually just like pause it and immediately resume it afterward. I can never remember. I think this is... yeah, that's the item I need. A lot of these are like really small soul items that are pointless to use. Like as in, picking up and then using the item is more... like the time it takes to do that isn't worth the souls you get from it. I guess one could say the same about Titanite shards, considering they only cost 800 to 1,000, but alright, I haven't encountered Goblin yet. Maybe I'm just streaming at an inopportune time, like nobody's awake, or they're just going to bed, so they're not gonna like pop in the stream. Don't really need to kill all of those guys, but a few of them will follow you. Nice. God. You know, rapiers, for being like the best weapons in the game, they are terrible for taking out crystal lizards. Okay, let's try jumping attack. That would be a nice addition to the game. Like if they make a remaster or remake. Well, preferably remake. Is that doing a running R2 instead of just causing you to do an R2 would do a running attack? I think they did that in Dark Souls 3. That was a good thing they did in Dark Souls 3. Okay, I'll do you later. Are you kidding me? It's not even worth it to do another. Because it wouldn't have worked. This stupid ground angled me. mean, it's on a higher level, so I will just do that time. This time. Oh, I hate this enemy so much. I don't know why they decided putting 4 of them here was a good idea. They're not like a... What's the word? I can't say the word. Like when you walk around an enemy. Or like a group of enemies, just to fight them. And it's like pretty easy despite, you know, them being relatively strong enemies. It's like, I know, well, it doesn't have to be strong enemies. It could be weak enemies. There's a word for it, I can't remember. No, I think it might be multiple words. Flankable, isn't it? They're not really like enemies that are easy to do crowd control on, because they have 2 different annoying attacks that they'll like progress towards you before actually attacking. One of them is where they like slam down both of the scythes, or sickles, I guess. They'll like slowly walk towards you. Oh, okay. Could you not? Where enemies are supposed to, like, leave you alone when you're on the ground, or not try and continue attacking you, but he didn't care for that, apparently. I get these guys' armor, both the Overseer and the mounted guy. Fuck off. Sometimes when you attack those guys, it just works when you're using a rapier, sometimes it doesn't. There's like a sweet spot, distance-wise, but I just... Even after all this time, I haven't completely figured it out. Despite the rapier being like one of my most used weapons. Fun fact, well, not really that fun. Okay, fuck off. The Pyromancer, or Desert Sorceress, up there, can accidentally kill Gilligan. Not kidding, which is, like, just so stupid. But they didn't even think about that. Like, she could, like, throw fireballs over the edge and hit Gilligan instead of you. Obviously, it's, like, not likely to happen, but I think I've only had it happen 2 or 3 times, but it's just absurd that it's something that's even possible in the first place. Because it's, you know, it's not leading a group of a bunch of enemies to an NPC. Like, yeah, of course, that's your fault if something like that happens. It's just pure chance. after this, I'm probably gonna get Flynn's ring. I don't understand why it is, like, I can talk plenty during the day and I'll be fine, but then once I'm talking during stream, suddenly my throat starts to hurt. I don't know why that first one didn't do nearly as much damage. I've gotten stuff. When did that happen? Okay, well, God knows how long I was wasting for losing souls from that. Why would I have the normal Silver Serpent ring equipped, not the +1 version? Ricard's rapier is one of my favorite weapons in the game. Okay. But the only problem is the R2. Because like those first few jabs don't deal as much poise damage as like a normal R2. Obviously the full thing does, of course. But the first few don't, so you end up getting, or not being able to stun enemies. With, you know, the exception of easily stunned enemies, such as mannequins. Here's something nerve-wracking. You can let go of this ladder, almost at elevator, and land safely, but like right on the edge.
Norman.
I really need to nail down how many of those I need for a playthrough. I'm pretty sure it's only like 3 or 4, but I always buy extra. So there's not many bosses that are weak to, or weakest to magic. There's Lost Sinner, Belfry Gargoyles, Alana, somebody else. I think it might be the Guardian Dragon. Okay, slight change of plans, getting the stone ring. Maybe the throat pain thing is like something about the way my head is angled, or I don't know. Can't really think of anything else. I have heard that apparently some people have like unconsciously lower their voice when they're talking to people or streaming, for example. Maybe I do that, maybe I don't. Kind of hard to tell. Especially when it's unconscious. This is why I got a lozenge. Okay. By the way, whatever this boss's name, Mitha. Mitha's weakest to fire damage. Also, you can cut off her tail. I am not playing very well. Okay, now I head back to the bonfire to use an aesthetic. Really thought I'd be able to two-shot him with the buff on, but apparently not. To be fair, I don't remember how many hits it took to do it without the buff. I think it was 3, it may have been 4. There's a sweet spot. That's kind of stupid. Wasting my durability. It's just like a fun attack to use, so I couldn't help myself. Picking up items I don't need. I'll just sell them to Goblin. They're not worth that many souls. Kind of the same idea as picking up the souls in Harvest Valley. How the hell do you dodge that attack? Fuck me, really? Yeah, so sometimes, Mipha, I guess it's just the way her AI works, she'll, like, queue up an attack. Of course, this is purely theorizing, I don't know the code of the game, but this is how it seems like it is. She'll queue up an attack, and then if you're nearby, she can also potentially dodge away to give herself distance. And it seems sometimes those two overlap, so then she'll dodge away and immediately do the attack. And of course, it catches you off guard, or you won't even be able to get in range of her, because you saw, like, earlier in the fight, she did the same thing, except she did the, like, quick swipe and then dodge away. As in, like, that's the whole animation. Like, it's not two separate animations added. I attacked her, she dodged away, and then she did the quick swipe, dodge away attack. Oh my god, is that door uneven? Is it? Okay, now I think it might be fine. Just for a second when I walked out, it looked uneven. That would have driven me crazy. Okay, now I think it's alright. What an introduction to an area. I think that's one thing about the Souls games that people don't do enough, is just look up to see all the stuff that's there. Like, you can see all the different chains coming off everything to hold this in place. Like swords through the chains to keep them from sliding. Did you know that the swords through the chains in Dark Souls 2 are actually a reference to Shrek? When he's fighting Dragon? That would be hilarious. Actually, wait, which one released first? This one came out in 2014, I think. Not the... Okay. It's quite enough. Just a small reminder that if you do that to an NPC, they can dodge out of it, but you can't. Unless, obviously, you poise through the first attacks. Oh my god. Oh, okay. That would have been an embarrassing way to die. Quote unquote embarrassing bullshit way to die. God, I hate bullshit. What was it? Oh yeah, Shrek. Yeah, I wonder if Shrek came out... I think Shrek came out first, right? Yeah, it must have. I don't think I need these for anything. Oh no, wait, yeah I do. To get the ice rapier. That is something I don't need. I think I bought everything I need.
Very well.
I'm pretty sure over there, I don't know what one of the items is, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 different items. 3 bonfire aesthetics and something else. Though it might just be 3 bonfire aesthetics. It's been a very long time since I ever got them, because I've never really had a use for extra aesthetics that early in the game. You just get the one from starting, or this like starting gift, the one in Lost Bastille, and the one right by Cromwell, the Pardoner.
Seek lest.
Did I put the Coveted Silver Serpent Ring +2 on? That would have been a few more souls. Okay, yeah. From Fencer Sharon. I'm so foggy on what I did last time. I guess because I spent a lot of it talking, and not concentrating as much on the game. Did I get any... Shit, what is this? Oh, peasant trousers. Oh yeah, I did get some fall damage reducing gear. Thought I did. Besides the ring, I mean. Oh, so the Lion Warrior set reduces the damage you take from falls. Specifically the Lion Warrior Mask, or whatever it's called, and the Lion Warrior... Or the Lion Warrior Red Cape, or Red Lion Warrior Cape, I can't remember the name of the item exactly. Those two specifically decrease it more than the normal set, but those are like chance drops from the Golden Lion Warrior. But the Mage does not drop it. Jesus. What am I saying, Mage? No, okay, I meant... Got confused there for a sec. The Mage set does not increase, or does not decrease fall damage. It increases spellcast speed. I've never been very good at multitasking, like talking and playing at the same time. Even with games that I'm really good at, like Dark Souls 2. I still have the... yeah. So everything, all the rats in this boss are, like, susceptible to alluring skulls, except the boss rat. That makes me love those. So you can easily separate all of them. Yes, you don't like me, I get it. There we go. One day I'm gonna try and speed through here slightly too fast. I'm gonna roll off one of the coffins. But today is not that day. Thought I did that too early for a second there. That would have sucked. Not a, huge fan of getting exploded. No, let's be dumb. I'm gonna try and parry. Oh my god, I did it. Despite like all the time I have this in this game, I'm not very good at parrying. Just because, like, you know, the timing's always super slow. With the exception of like one or two weapons. I mean, like, the parry frames start super slow. So, for example, like, when I start attacking, or when I do a parry in this game, it would take, like, almost half that time for the fist to go up. Actually, no, probably more than half, or less than half. Did I say almost half that time the first time? That would be correct, actually. Yeah, so it would take almost half the time, if not less, to get the parry off. So it's more like, oh, do it right before the enemy hits you, instead of do it like half a second before the enemy hits you. Though it is interesting that you can like use curved great swords, great hammers, all that stuff to parry with. Great axes. Not halberds. Or spears. Well, that's a lozenge done. Hopefully that lasts. Ooh. Okay, I don't know why I picked that up. I guess I somehow input buffer to pick up. Well, at least I'll have an easy time with the giants. So I can just poison them, considering I can just... God, I could talk better. That's another problem I have. I try and talk too quick. So I end up getting tongue-tied. I obviously just have a big tongue in general, so it gets in the way a lot. Okay, I think that's all the armor I needed. I don't think I'm gonna stream for that long, because, as I said, my throat's hurting. But also, nobody's here. Try and go for a bit over an hour and a half, maybe. What am I currently at? 40 minutes. Sorry if that was louder than normal. I was closer to the mic because my tablet is like right beside the mic and has the stream open. I also got my, oh, prisoner, no, wait, that's the wrong one. I need the prisoner's tatters. for item discovery. I mean, I'm not gonna like fuss over it because it's 15 item discovery, which isn't really that much. Yes. Okay. Can roll. Oh yeah. So I got my channel linked to 2 Discord channels with a decent few people. I was like, oh, hey, that's awesome. Maybe I'll have, you know, a few more people than usual in my streams. Than usual, which is to say 0. But nope. Nobody. I mean, I keep seeing like the viewer count pop up and saying, oh, you know, now it's at 3, now it's at 2. But nobody stays. I'm pretty sure 1 view count is my tablet, because as I said, I have the stream open. To be fair, like, the few people who did watch me stream before, like, I hadn't streamed in a month, so YouTube probably stopped recommending me to them, if that's even how they saw my streams. Plus, like, I stream pretty much any hour of the day, depending. Well, I guess, okay, no, I don't stream at what's, for me, like, 5 p.m. to, like, 9:30 p.m. That's kind of like the sweet spot, and, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Those are like the 2 times I never stream, or almost never stream. But otherwise, because I've like I don't have a consistent sleep schedule. I just every 2 weeks or so I loop and do like a 180 in my. That's 180 isn't a loop. I mean, it used to be like a loop, but now it seems more like a 180. So, you know, I wake up at 12 p.m., and then 2 weeks later I'd be waking up at 12 a.m. But it used to, like, go full loop. Probably swap this out for you. So, Forlorn, are you going to be nice enough to greet me? Seems to be like one of the most common places I get invaded by her. My lucky day. Also, it's kind of dumb that NPC invaders aren't affected by, like, the multiplayer mechanics, where you can burn a human effigy, and you won't get invaded. They're just like, ah, nah, we'll invade anyway. You're okay with that, right? Oh, you're not? We're gonna do it anyway. I really should stop picking those up. They're not very worth it, and I knew that wasn't going to be worth it, but I picked it up anyway. Well, it could have been worth it. I'm pretty sure they dropped poison stones. And since I already have poison stones, I'm going to have to sell them to a goblin anyway, so... Okay, I can swap you out. This guy can be janky sometimes. Oh, perfect. Never mind. Sometimes he'll try and destroy those and then hit himself off the ledge. Are you done? Could have sworn that was a 3-hit combo. Okay. He'll swing and then just fall right off the ledge because of the momentum. But yeah, an easy way to deal with him is if you stagger your attacks, you can like knock him off the ledge. In fact, that goes for both of them, Gully and Victor. Fun fact, they're immune to poison because, you know, why wouldn't they be? To be fair, if you live here, you probably build up an immunity. Stop blocking. As I said, stagger your hits. Then they... Or I could just kill him outright, you know, that works too. I don't think this is worth it. Yeah, I'm just not going to use that, like, outright. It was not even slightly worth it. What's making that noise? Oh, it's my water flow. Okay, so these guys are somewhat susceptible to poison. Oh, you bitch. It takes 4 poison arrows or 4 poison throwing knives. Though more for like weapons if you use infusion on them, just because like they deal less, or they inflict less. Honestly, the poison isn't really needed when they die so quickly. Because the problem, like the good thing about poison is that then suddenly you only have to deal with one of them. You poison them twice and then, you know, hit them once or twice and then they die. But obviously that wasn't very necessary in that case, though it still was somewhat helpful. Also, like, their AI can get a bit messed up if you, like, run in here and then run back out. Well, that goes for either of these, actually. Because, like, they go to more of a defensive AI position, or setting, where they, like, you know, they start backing off and whatever. Okay, so now we go back up here, go to the pit, get the key, die, something stupid. That sounds like something I'd do. Remember one time, like, somewhere, I think around 2,000 hours of, when I had like 2,000 hours in this game, I messed up that jump. I just, like, completely skipped it, and at that point, like, I didn't have any deaths, and it was, I can't can't remember the build I was doing, but you know, I was getting the ring, like Flynn's ring, quite late on, or later on, so I ended up dying after making a lot of progress. So it was pretty disappointing. But yeah, I completely fumbled that. Oh, also, don't try and poison the Rotten. He, despite being, you know, like humanoid and, you know, just a bunch of rotting bodies, he actually does have very high poison resistance. In fact, I'm pretty sure the highest of any base game boss that can be poisoned. Because obviously, you know, there's bosses that are outright immune. Still need to get the Leo ring. I'll get Flynn's ring and then I'll get the Leo ring. Maybe I should have grabbed a Great Lightning Spear. Wouldn't have hurt. Funnily enough, I would have only used it for one boss or one enemy. I'm pretty sure that one possessed armor in Iron Passage. I got hit by that recently. That was surprising. Like, because I haven't been hit by it in, jeez, 1,000 hours easily. That excellent rotten fight. I need to remind myself to not open the chest after this boss. Apparently, I thought there was something useful in there, but not for this build. After the Rotten, I guess, and the original boss I was gonna say was Old Iron King. Now I'm gonna check my audio just to make sure everything's working properly. Okay, yeah, it's working fine. Had issues with a cable that was chewed on by one of my cats. I was worried that the mic was actually the problem, not the cable. Which, by the way, screw Rode, the people I got the cable from, because it's their longest cable, and it is exclusive to buying a mic. You can't get it on its own. And it's the length of cable that I need. Like, nothing else is long enough to reach where I sit. Though they do have a decent mic. But still, screw them. It's so weird, like, what do they lose by making it available to buy? Like, what do they think is gonna happen? People are gonna buy a whole new mic? Like a $200 mic? And that's Canadian, so it's... Actually, I'm trying to remember, is a Canadian dollar worth more or less than American? Oh, goddamn. That's a fast arrow compared to the base game ones. Besides, obviously, the Alon Knights. This way. This is a good way to go. Okay. You can go around the pillar the other way to get onto here, but It never feels comfortable to do. What else can I talk about? I need to catch up on Invincible because YouTube keeps trying to suggest me spoilers. So, you know, that's nice. Oh, I hope that didn't come through. I just sneezed super hard. Like I hurt my back. Oh. I hope that my water cooler isn't coming through. I can't hear it. Okay, dick. Definitely thought I would be able to get an attack through before that. So do I not have the... No, I don't. That scared the crap out of me. I thought I was getting attacked from behind. Okay. Crap. Try and shoot me? What did I do to you? Besides kill your friends in front of you. But that's completely against the point, unrelated. How do these work? I guess they must have like something in the wall here, not like there. In the middle that rotates them. I guess, yeah, they are made of stone. Something in the middle wouldn't work. It would just be too heavy. Jeez. Could you not? How did sand get in here? In fact, how was this place even built? Like, it's completely made of stone, right? They carve it out, maybe? I don't think so, because it's like within a cavern, right? Unless it was like a giant stalagmite? I think stalagmite's the one coming from the ground. And they carved it out of that. Okay, now for the RNG part. Oh, you... Oh, nice. Now I'm gonna have to deal with this. So yeah, you don't want to go up the ladder if, that wasn't even the RNG I was talking about. You don't want to go up the ladder if she has, those. Because they can hit you and you'll just instantly get destroyed. Oh, thanks for not attacking. Now I'm gonna... that missed somehow. Yeah, if, you want that enemy to attack so you can run past it and then go up the ladder without being attacked by it, because if you get attacked, you're gonna get stunned for a second, and then you're gonna get shot by the mage, and then you're gonna fall down and get swarmed. And then, oh, you survived? Well, you dodged in the one little tiny direction that you're supposed to go, which, of course, that direction could also be blocked by them, the enemies. And you walk into the spikes, and because you're so low on health, you die to the spikes. Don't. Oh, you shitter. Dude, why are you being so aggressive? No, they're only aggressive when it's most inconvenient, of course. Attack! Oh my god, come on. Okay, at least the one in the back did it. I remember one time I was here for like 3 minutes, just running in circles, trying to get them to run off. There we go. Oh, here's a fun fact. Unlike in the other games, you can destroy stuff with parries. What else to talk about? Oh, I'm thinking of going and seeing Novocaine. That looks interesting. Can't remember the plot exactly. Like, he's doing something to maybe help someone, or like somebody gets kidnapped, but he can't feel pain. So everything they throw at him doesn't really do anything. I mean, like, he can still die, obviously, but, you know, it's not really doing anything to him. Like, hurting him. So as I said, he can't feel pain. Which is where the nickname Novocaine comes from. It has one of the actors from The Boys in it. Can't remember. Can't even remember the character's name, never mind the actor's name. Trying to think of a way to describe him. He's kind of boring, honestly. I mean, like, the actor's appearance. So, I guess he's kind of tall. No, I should use plot things that happen. He's like the main guy. His girlfriend gets ran through by a train. That's not a spoiler. That happens in like the first episode. Kind of spawns his hatred for superheroes. Did I not even equip Flynn's ring? Oh, what is with me? Thinking of streaming just makes me really dumb.
So,
I already tried that one. I didn't need it. Okay, what's next? Leo ring, right. That is what I myself said I would do. Put on the, No, I think I'll stay with the stone ring instead of the ring of blades. Not enough to stun these guys, apparently. Yep, change of plans, ring of blades. Because I can't stun the Hide Knights, so it's pointless. Could you not be hyper-aggressive, please? Including you? Honestly, I hate Hyde's Tower. Like, once the Hide Knights release, they all get aggressive because it doesn't work. It's not a well-designed area at that point. Like, having them sit around as optional mini-bosses, kind of, like, when you first enter the area, that works, but... Like, this fight, this just does not work. Because you have a giant enemy who has, like, really long range, and then you have a short enemy who's slightly faster than him. Only slightly, of course. And has super quick attacks. Sometimes. So then you have to like get one of them to do an attack, but not the other one, which never works because they both end up attacking at the same time. And then... But when you finally do, then you get like 1 or 2 attacks in, and then repeat. Or you can be greedy and get hit, which is kind of what you have to do. That guy's easy though. This will be an easy fight. Dragon Rider. Old Dragon Slayer doesn't stand a chance. Could try and beat him hitless. Or I could not do that. Can't even remember what he's weak to. Oh, is it lightning? Everybody's weak to lightning. This is his weakest element. Oh, oof. stuck on a bench. There we go, hitless. I mean, not very impressive considering how much damage I do. I keep trying to go that way. It's this way. Should have figured that out by now. Okay. Let's see. Pretty sure I defeated Freya last time. Could go here. That wouldn't be very fun. But it's what I'm gonna do anyway. But before I do that, I am going to get the heavy iron key, I think it's called. Which is just always so fun. Fighting the worst enemy in the game. 4 of the worst enemy in the game. Though you can, like, theoretically skip through all of them, though I wouldn't suggest it. I'm one of those people who really likes to, like, maximize all their stuff, make sure to always get the optimal amount of souls, to a certain point. But, like, even I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna swap that out for a damage ring instead. So I have to spend slightly less time fighting these guys. Thinking about using a buff, not sure though. Nope. So yeah, you can skip the last one relatively easily. Unless he decides to be weird. So you grab it and then you run here. And then grab that item and it gives you enough time to get out of here. Do I have 15 twinkling? Oh yeah, I have plenty. Okay. I'm gonna need that for the ice rapier. It's my soul. Okay. Okay, so I could go here. Could also get the Blossom Kite Shield. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go through the wharf. I was thinking, what extra bosses do I still have to kill? There are certain bosses, like I consider side bosses. For example, Old Dragon Slayer is one of them. Like ones that you can potentially forget about. Kind of Flexile Sanctuary I also count sometimes, just because you don't have to go this way to get him, but because there's an Estus shard this way, then I always end up remembering to do it. Oh, right, I can swap the ring back. But yeah, so Old Dragon Slayer, Flexile Sanctuary sometimes. Who else? Jeez, how am I blanking now? Oh yeah, the rat bosses, Belfry Gargoyles. And Executioner's Chariot. They're kind of like the side bosses of the game. That you can like get to the lords without dealing with them. And I know, like, theoretically, you can pass a few of the other bosses by going certain ways, but not only the 4 lords, also like reaching Giant Lord, you have to defeat Last Giant, right, to get the key? Unless you plan on doing that really, really tight jump. That isn't intended. Why did I leave it? And also, did you see that backstep? Incredible. Interestingly enough, despite these guys being covered in like big, heavy armor, they're weak to thrust. And in fact, they're extraordinarily weak to thrust. It is thrust damage, right? Not piercing. Yeah. Couldn't remember what it's called for a second there. Or I questioned what it was called, because I did remember correctly. Sucks that YouTube, like, if you don't upload regularly, it just completely stagnates your channel. Like, you don't keep getting views properly. So, like, because, you know, I like checking my, the, like, studio app to see, oh, you know, let's see if somebody commented or whatever. But, like, I just get no comments whatsoever unless and I get like 1 if I stream, 3 to 5 if I upload a video. Just kind of hurts. It's nice seeing what people say. Even if it's hurtful, at least you know people are like watching your videos. It's even funnier when they're wrong about what they say. So, you know, it just doesn't actually hurt when I say something mean. Come on. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, now I've got myself into a scenario. Stop being stupid, dog. I mean, it's nice that, you know, you didn't attack me, but... Oh. Ow. Shoot arrows at me. Okay, better not destroy the chest up here. don't know why they did that. Like, this chest should be against the back wall there to keep him out keep it out of the way of him, because otherwise he'll just try and destroy it. Like 90% of it. How did you end up there? 90% of the time. More like 75%. But still, too commonly. And then, you know, as long as you just hit the chest once, it'll be fine. But then, you know, he hits it just as you hit him, so you accidentally hit the chest, and it's enough to destroy it. Despite you only hitting it once, because you both hit it. I mean, it's not like the rewards are something extraordinary, but they're nice to have. Yes, yes, you do not like the light. There must have been like some communication thing, like issue, when making this game between like the people who made the lore and the people who gave like defenses and stuff to enemies. Because there are enemies that are like golems that can be bled or poisoned. It doesn't really make sense. Like, I'm pretty sure the rune sentinels can be poisoned. I'm not sure about bled though. Ooh, didn't get poisoned. But despite them being like souls inhabiting armor, not actual like people. No, I guess it just depends on your perspective of what a person is. Is a person flesh or is a person their soul? But you know what I mean, the flesh. There's nothing in it but souls. And also, you can poison the Executioner's Chariot, you know, the bone horse.
Who? I. Gavla. Gavla. What? With Gav.
I need to remember what my fashion is. What was the helmet? Oh, right. Okay, yeah, whew. I did make sure to talk to him for the ring. Alright, I need to go talk to Vangaro and Tark. Should have grabbed the bolt stones in the DLC. I need 2 of them.
Ready.
I was curious how they do that in video games. Like, for example, Goblin, he says, many deal, many thanks. Or many deals. How do they set it up so that, like, if you skip it, it cuts off at a specific point? Like, do they have a bunch of preset points, or do they have something that automatically cuts the audio, like a little program? Yeah, I should be fine to fight the boss. This area just takes a lot of durability sometimes. Just realized I don't really need that anymore. Thought I'd have a sliver of stamina to dodge, apparently not. I have to try that. Again, just to make sure I didn't, like, mess up my input or something. Or input. Shockingly tired. Considering the time I woke up. I woke up at like 2:30 to 3, and it's 1:30. I will be ending the stream soon. You, who isn't watching, because nobody's here. To remember what soul this is, because I don't want to use my souls and then immediately have to use another soul. Okay, so a soul of a proud knight, the smaller one. Try to remember that. Now let's test this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, so it's like just enough to take out all my stamina. And now for the glitchiest pursuer in the game. I've done, like, some testing of this. I cannot figure out what gets this pursuer to spawn, or more specifically, not to spawn. Because sometimes he just doesn't, like, no reason. I think maybe it has something to do with the pursuer in Iron Keep, maybe not. It's kind of impossible. That was poorly timed. Forgot that bolts and arrows home in this game. So it should be something kind of easy to remember, considering it's obvious to see for the Alon Knights. Don't usually get hit by that. Tried to dodge early so I could... Never mind, not even gonna bother talking about it. I don't know why I was trying to dodge early. Yeah, so, as I was saying before, that pursuer just doesn't spawn for whatever reason. Maybe it's going to Grand Lake Castle early, or... And I've tried, like, reloading the area, everything. Just won't spawn. I hate that dog so much, that last one that hides, in that little path to the metal chest. Just because sometimes it's like, oh, you know, I'm going to be perfectly fine and do nothing and leave you alone. Other times, it comes in and tries to fight you during the fight against the pursuer. Which is, you know, always fun. Okay, there we go. That's enough for now.
Take thee.
I mean, that's all I can do for now. I wonder what causes that. If you buy from an NPC, they'll have a different line of dialogue. But, and if you don't, then they'll just say something like, you know, be gone, or don't waste my time, which is what Leningrad says. But you may have noticed there, Macduff said, be gone, but I bought stuff.
Is that a show?
For whatever reason, if you talk to them and get an item, then they'll act as if you haven't bought anything. Yeah, I'm gonna use Great Lightning Spear, so go with that. Did I have another? Yeah, I think I had another Estus shard, because I got one in the Bastille and one in... on the way to, No Man's Wharf.
Is that a shard you've
Behind the
here
branch.
to see light?
Well,
However,
behind the statue that you use the branch on. Or I showed off the, Mastodon enemy's weakness to thrust damage. Okay, what do I do next? Something weird just happened with the visuals. The background. Could have sworn it, like, shook. Okay. Oh, right, I was going to get... think of the name. Blossom Kite Shield. Or is it just the Blossom Shield? I think it's Blossom Kite Shield, right? Could go to Grand Lake Castle. In fact, I might after this boss. More specifically, go to Grand Lake Castle to get the Frozen Flower. So I can get the Ice Rapier, finally. Did get the extra coins, right, from the DLC? Yeah. Okay. Rusted coins increase item discovery, just to clarify to you who is not here. This is more just if, like, you know, someone comes back here, comes back to this stream at some point to watch through it. Who knows, maybe I'll have 100 million subscribers in the future or something. But just in case somebody watches this back. I'm just doing, like, I'm talking, even though there's nobody here, to practice talking while there's nobody here. strengthening my throat. That kind of sounds dirty. That's my fridge making sounds. Sorry about that. As an ice maker. Apparently it didn't make enough ice earlier. So that's the second time it's done that. No, oh, you idiot. Now it's a waste of time waiting for this guy to come back up because their pathing is delayed. Yeah, like why am I even bothering doing this, getting the kite shield? Like, it's either I get the kite shield and I use it for a little bit, or I get the ice rapier and then use that for the rest of the game. Like, I'm not even going to be using the kite shield for grinding the Blossom Kite Shield. Or, geez, sorry. I'm not even going to be using the shield for grinding the ice rapier because... crap. I really need to finish my thoughts before entering boss arenas. Not going to be using it during the grind for the ice rapier because I'm going to have the dragon, whatever, Parma. Watch dragon Parma. Because that increases item discovery. Apparently that was in Dragon Shrine in the original game. I can't remember if I talked about it this stream or last stream, but the reason like I have to practice talking even though there's nobody here is that, at least in my experience, if I see people streaming, and I'm like, because I check out Dark Souls 2 streams all the time on YouTube, if they're not saying anything, then like I'm much less likely to watch. Because I want to interact with the person. And offer cooperative help if they're on PlayStation. Okay, so I'm gonna go up the ladder, head to Shaded Woods, grab some stuff, and then I'm going to also go to Shaded Woods with the second bonfire that time. Should I just drop down to it? And stop there. So then I'll know that I'm heading to Drangleic Castle next time. Do I have enough? Yeah, I have 4 branches. I'm gonna kill Vengarl's body and then talk to him, so that I can summon him for Frigid Outskirts. I'll unsummon him at the boss. Also, I need to buy more lightning resin, so I'm going this way anyway. Ow. I wonder why he does that. He'll like fling your character backwards without like knocking him down or anything. You just slide really far. Really? Die. Kind of want, like, if they make a remake of the game, like, to make enemies similar to that, maybe like a variant of the Lion Warriors, but like a scaled down version of Vengarl. Obviously make them weaker. What the... Okay, there we go. And then make Vengarl his own boss. make him a lot more powerful and faster and stronger and, you know, as I said, powerful. I have no reason to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. The souls aren't even worth it, I don't think. Yeah, 2,000 isn't really. Well, I guess I can also sell the ring. Torches. Singular torch. It's kind of weird. YouTube is like, it's putting up, oh, or I guess more PlayStation. One viewer watching. As if I didn't already know that. Like, it doesn't pop up, oh, 2 people watching. It's just, it's done that twice now where it pops up 1 watching. Kind of weird. Assume it just doesn't give me the notification for the 2 people watching for whatever reason. Or pop up. Not really a notification. Oh my god, I think I am doing that voice thing where I'm lowering it. Maybe. I think that time I was, but my throat's kind of stayed at the same pain level this whole time, so who knows. I think I... Did I... Oh my god. I have to make sure I actually talk to him. Yeah, next time it's going to be grinding for the Ice Rapier. At least that's going to be the start of the stream. And if I'm lucky, I'll get it relatively quickly. If not, I'm going to die 10 times, because that DLC sucks. Okay, yeah, so I completely forgot to talk to him. Nice. I was thinking, oh, maybe I should fight that guy, but it's not worth the anger it puts into me. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. You look and do a cool gesture. Goodbye.